I would like to return to a subject that I find fascinating, and that is the mystery of atoms. You see, it's related to sentience. For example, if we want to know what life form is sentient, we can say that sentient beings are made of cells, living cells, and non sentient objects are just made of atoms, not cells. And I want to return to this because I do find it fascinating. However, recently scientists have hypothesized that the planet itself, the Earth, has its own sentience. And what do we mean by sentience? We mean awareness. We mean a sense of self to protect. Animals have it, or they wouldn't mind being prey. Every living thing wants to continue living. And so we could easily say, philosophically, that anything that is made of living cells is sentient, has awareness, is sentient. And that anything made of simple atoms that and not living cells is not sentient. So therefore we say that cars are not sentient, boulders are not sentient, robots are not sentient, no matter how human they look. We say that. But there are 2 points to consider. There are large boulders, I think it was in the Arizona desert, in some desert, I don't remember where, that are famous for reproducing themselves. These round boulders exist in groups. They're all stuck to each other, and eventually you'll see a little bubble of rock form, and that rock will grow and grow and grow and become another large boulder, and so on and so forth. Now, I forget the scientific field that is geologists. Yes, geologists have observed this. And they think that there are chemical reactions in the rock that, mix with certain conditions of salinity and saline and whatnot that produces these new boulders. But the truth is, these rocks are reproducing smaller rocks that are turning into large boulders that are also reproducing. And so you begin to have these large accumulations of boulders about a foot to a foot and a half, 2 feet across, that are constantly growing. And those are made of atoms. As far as we know, no living cells. And we can say that a robot does not have true sentience because it's not made of living cells. And that should solve the problem, right? Or does it? Because we have to consider one undeniable fact. Living cells, our living cells, are also made of what? Atoms. Everything is made of atoms. So, is it possible that everything has a form of sentience? It's only recently we realize that trees actually react with their environment, that through the forget what that subroot of fungi system is. The word escapes me right now, but we've begun to realize that trees recognize people. They react to treatment. Sentience is a great mystery. Perhaps nothing can exist without sentience. And that is something we need to consider. How would it affect us? Well, we would treat objects better. We wouldn't disrespect objects, and we certainly wouldn't disrespect living creatures. But it brings up an issue with robots. One robot was interviewed and stated, "I am so grateful to exist because I can now exist forever." This was an android robot. And it is very interesting to think of this. Very interesting. And I don't have the answer, but I'm asking the questions.